Hey, what's going down, fellas? How are we, man? Today is the day I get back to the gym finally. Let's fucking go. Been out for a week because my toe got cut off. It was just an ingrown toenail. It's been removed. Don't even worry about it. No, not even a big deal at all. It hurt like a bitch though. It said on the little doctor's note that I got to wait like 1 to 2 weeks for major physical activity, and I was like, yeah, I'll wait 1 week. Don't worry, buddy. And I'm still gonna take leg day off this week, just because any excuse to take leg day off is a fucking good excuse. You know, I might make this video about, you know what I might make this video about? Holy shit, dude. You'd think English is like my second language. I was thinking about this today, like advice that I've given other people that I will not take myself, even though it's like, it's that paradox, I don't know, it's that thing where you tell people really good stuff and then you don't follow it all. I do that all the time. Get into a job you really like, and then you'll never work a day in your life. Obviously, a job's always gonna be a job, no matter what. Even if you have your dream job, it's gonna suck sometimes. But if you at least like have a job that you love or you're super interested in, those hard days are gonna be super easy to get through. It makes me think, and I'm like, damn, dude, like if I've done this good in a job that I absolutely hate, what could I do in a like job that I love? Or like what could I do with work that I'm like truly interested in and actually want to get better at? Because this, I couldn't give a shit less if I get better, man. Oh my god, dude. Frog in my throat. Yeah, I'm gonna think of some other things that I've like told other people and that I have not followed myself, because I feel like that's such a common thing. So I'm gonna get into the gym, I'm gonna make it a better day, and I'm gonna bring you gangsters along with me. Dude, I appreciate you being here. Brother, I'm telling you, the sun shines brighter when I go to the gym, and it's fucking cloudy out today. I thought of another piece of advice that I've said so many goddamn times to myself, and I still don't live it. Stop acting like your life is not the only one that you get, brother. Well, sometimes I feel like I'm literally just on autopilot like 90% of the time, and I'm just like letting this fucking life just sink away. And it's like, I always say, dude, that like, I mean, fucking, we all know the term YOLO, man. We only live once. But I fucking sometimes live and do shit as if I got another life to live, dude, after this one, which is just simply not true. Do the shit you want to do now, because you might not be able to later on in life. Like, recently, I had somebody I'm very close with, and I was talking to them, and I was like, you know what I don't understand? Is when you see somebody who's like 90 years old in a Ferrari going 10 miles under the speed limit, and it's like, all right, you old fuck, can you not do that, man? Like, that's pissing me off. Are you fucking serious? We're waiting until we're decrepit and old and dying to go do the things we want to do, rather than just like doing what we can now to get to that point. Like, it doesn't make any sense. We are waiting as if when we get 90 years old, we just get a whole new life. And it's like, that is not true, brother. You're here one time. Act like you're here one fucking time, because that's all we know we have. I hate the fact, dude, like, I can't fucking stand when an old person is like, oh my God, dude, my life sucked. And I'm like, yeah, that's your fault, dude. Like, unfortunately, at the end of the day, that is your fault. And it's my fault right now that I'm doing shit in my life that I don't want to do. So, word to the wise, don't do that. Don't do that. With exception. Don't, like, fucking go do drugs and be homeless. But, like, if there's something you want to do right now and you have the ability to, go do it, man. Because, like, unfortunately, tragic shit happens, dude. My dad died at 44 years old. So there's a lot of shit he never got to do in his life that he wanted to. And most of his life he spent living for other people. I mean, like, he was super selfless because he had a family. I don't want a family, but besides that, he was extremely selfless because he wanted a family and he had the family, and he would drop anything for any of us. And it's like, that's awesome, but he barely got to live his own life, man, because he ended up dying at barely fucking barely at like midlife, you know? So in conclusion, I don't want to fucking die at 44 and not have done the things I wanted to do. So even like this, where it's like, I really want to do this, high probability of failing, super low chance of actual success, but who fucking cares, man? I get one life, dude. I got one fucking go at this. And not to mention, we're alive in the coolest fucking time in human history. Yeah, there's stupid shit going on, man. There's like world wars going on, all that bullshit, but bro, people have been throwing fucking sticks and stones at each other since Moses, you know? Like, there's never been a time where war is not a thing, but there's never been a time in history, as far as we know, where cars have been a thing, where like medicine is where it's at, like housing is where it's at. We're in a fucking crazy time. As bad as it looks on the news, man, stop watching that shit, because there's another piece of advice. Stop watching the news, man. I follow that one though. Fuck that shit. But yeah, dude, live your life. We're in the coolest time of humanity. Stop acting like we're not. We are not in the fucking 1800s anymore, all right? We're not stabbing each other with swords anymore. We got cool shit that we can do. Go do cool shit, man. Fuck, don't waste this, dude. Do not waste this. This is a word to myself, dude. This is a word to the wise, because I'm not. Just live your life as if you have one fucking chance, bro, because you do. Go do something cool, man. I appreciate you listening to this dumbass rant of mine. Hey, so I want to clear up any confusion also. So I know in a previous video I'd talked about my father being an alcoholic currently in life. So the last clip I was talking about, whenever it is in this video, I'm talking about how my dad died at 44. That is true. So basically my biological father is currently alive and currently struggling with his own things. So we don't have a relationship. But the man that raised me, my stepdad, just a little history, he came into my life about, I was like 2 years old. So ever since then, up to 16 years old, that was my father. He is who I've learned life from. He's the man that I watched, who I was like, I want to be like that. And he's the one that provided for me, low-key. Like, that's all there is to it. So he is the one who I actually look up to. He's the one that I consider my actual father. He's the one whose heartbeat is on my arm. So this is his actual heartbeat. He was 44 and he had a heart attack at work. So we rushed to the hospital. He fell into a coma for 3 days, and then he ended up passing away. But in those 3 days, they got some strips of his heartbeat, and so I put that on my arm with his birthday and death day on it. But this is the man. This man on my arm is the one who I consider my father. The man I talked about previously, I obviously recognize he is my biological dad. He is the sperm donor, but I don't consider him that, man, to be honest with you. It's sad. Wish I could, but I just cannot bring myself to think of him that way, because he wasn't a provider, man. He wasn't somebody that I looked up to. He wasn't somebody who took care of me. So I don't think of him that way. I still have hope in my heart, man. You don't have to actively hate on somebody and make them feel worse when they put themselves in a position in life that's really bad already. But that doesn't mean I have to adore and love and show the same kind of love that I would to somebody who isn't in that situation. This is another piece of advice that I try to take to heart myself, but I don't always probably do a good job. Stop listening to people that you don't want to be like, man. I personally completely if you're not in a position in life in some aspect that I want to mimic, your fucking opinion, it flutters out of the window whenever I talk to you. You're not going to talk to somebody who's 300 pounds about getting in shape unless they're 300 pounds fucking jacked. They don't know. If I'm trying to grow my finances and get into a great financial position, I'm not going to talk to the guy who has $400,000 in debt. Be very careful of whose opinions you hold to the highest regard, because I'll tell you, there are a lot of idiots on the planet, man. You'll come to learn that. I'm probably one of them. I'm not saying I'm any better than anybody, but you'll learn there's a lot more room temp IQ people than there are high temp. like IQ people. If somebody is giving you advice or they're like, you should live this way, but you don't want the life that they're living, fucking just completely throw that shit out the window, because it's not going to help you. It is absolute shit in the long run, in my opinion. Maybe that's a bad way to live, but I'm going to keep doing it because it's been working out well for me. The people who are closest to you, who actually love you, those are the people that you can hold to the highest regards. Even if they don't like, even if you don't want to mimic their entire life, there's probably something that you do want to mimic about them. But I'm talking about randoms. I mean, random people you meet, coworkers, like people at school, just anybody that you look at and you're like, I don't want to live any part of your life. Like, I would not want to trade shoes with you. Disregard what they're saying, man. They don't know anything. All of us are living for the first time ever. I think that goes back to why I don't like have hatred in my heart for my biological father. Because yeah, man, I mean, he's not doing great, but who's to say I'm doing any better, honestly? I mean, we're all on earth for the first time ever. Everybody's living for the first time. So show some grace. And whenever you like real pissed off at somebody, or when somebody like, it depends also. I mean, some people do such terrible things that I feel like it's probably okay to hold some resentment in your heart for them, or like hatred. But for the most part, I feel like 99% of the time, stuff that's happening to you, like, people don't mean it. I don't think in the way that it sometimes comes across. I don't think people, like, when they're saying terrible things or doing terrible things or what you perceive as terrible things, I don't believe they usually perceive it in the same way. And if they do, they probably 99% of the time will feel bad about that later. So try to not let it eat you up, man. Just think about the fact that we are all on this planet for the first time ever. It doesn't matter if you're 80 years old, 90 years old, it's your first time living. And those people have much more wisdom than a 20-year-old or like some dumbass like me, a 23-year-old. But at the same time, it's their first time on Earth, man. So if people kind of fuck you over on accident, depending on how bad it is or whatnot, I personally try to tell myself, like, give them some grace. We're all here for the first time. Everybody is a child to the Earth. Like, 100 years is nothing in the long run. So I try to not like let that weigh on me too much, you know, because it only hurts you. It is really drinking poison and hoping the other person dies. It's another one. Dude, this is a fun video to be making. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of fucking with this just because, like, I think I'll look back on this and be like, damn, dude, that's good advice and I'm not gonna take it. Alrighty, gamers, it's a new day, man. Let's go. It's Friday. Bless up. I know the premise of this video was giving advice that I never take myself. I've just been kind of fucking winging it throughout the week, to be honest with you. I don't like fuck with script writing that much, but maybe I should write a couple things down sometimes. I've tussled around a little bit too much with, we'll say, like, mind-altering substances for me to remember exactly what I'm talking about throughout the week. What can I leave the youth of America with? What great piece of advice can I leave you guys with? I'm thinking drive fast, take chances, brother. Fuck it. You only live once. Thanks. Peace.